Hello, my magical gangstars. Welcome to another edition of the show. Well, the host, Gangstar Magician himself. I'm here to deliver you your message because that's what I love to do. And that's what I had to get a cough there for a second. Because that's what I love to do. Because I do what I love. And I love what I do. And I love being here with you. That's for sure. That's what I do. I gotta deliver you your message. This is what they tell me to do. They said, deliver them the message. All right. I said, whatever you say, my friends, whatever. You know, I answered people, up there, big time. You know what I mean? You might not know them, but they tell me to deliver you the message, deliver you the message. Now I'm tripping on my words here, because I'm being silly. So let's get realistic. Let's get real. Let's be realistic for a little bit. All right. Archangel Michael said, don't worry about nothing. He says you want to mess around, everything's fine. He says you're protected. He says you earn that right. You earn the right to clown around. These people, though, that thought they were trying to clown you, they didn't earn that right to clown around. All right, so that's why it's not so much fun for them anymore. They're not having fun. The cat says, he says, sorry, missed you yesterday. He says, but what do you say? What do you know? Okay, that's what he says. We say we don't know. We don't know. We don't know why he says that. He loves it, though. He says it's funny. Laughs every time he says it. So what else is it we need to know? Why don't we look into your energy here, see what's in the magical gangstar's energy. God here, please and thank you, our divine collective, the best of the best. What do we got? What are we working with? You know who we are. Yes, you do. Your favorites. All right. So what's in the energy, please and thank you. All right. So we have 2 of wands here. So right off the bat, somebody's planning, progressing. Things are moving along. It says you are in the early stages of a new project or a venture and need to lay the groundwork. Okay. So you're laying the groundwork here. I'm ready to take the next step. You told me. Remember that? I said, yeah, me too. Let's do it together. And that's what we're doing, right? That's what we're doing right now. Taking the next step. We're moving along. This is my crown chakra tea here. My Buddha crown chakra tea. So we're planning, progressing. You're moving things along. Laying the groundwork here. All right. Now somebody's heartbroken now. 3 of Swords, because they wanted you to be like chasing after them or something. They didn't want you to be like planning on progressing. They want you to just be like down and out, wishing upon a star, and this person's like was getting all your energy. So this is heartbreak and sorrow. It says they may be experiencing a painful loss or betrayal, need to focus on healing and self-care. These people, we tell them, okay, they need to release the pain and embrace healing. Because remember, we're here to heal people. We're not here to hurt. We're here to heal. Okay, we're healers. So, but maybe our way of healing is a little bit different than traditional medicine. So just know these people, they have to learn what they did. Okay, we're not gonna sit here and hold grudges against people. We're not gonna chase around people. We're not gonna be trying to get fucking revenge or trying to get our name. We don't give a fuck. Because we know what we are, we know who we are, these people know who you are, okay? They just didn't want you to know who you are, alright? So that's all this comes down to. As long as you know who the fuck you are, nobody can do nothing. And there's nothing to fear either. Because everything's going to be working out. Think about it. Why are you here watching a guy that calls himself the Gangstar Magician, and you're listening, and you're like, oh, I like that. Like, it's all everything happens for a reason. This is just how you get your information. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, I just had the overwhelming urge to go watch He-Man for some reason. And I went and watched He-Man, the movie, Masters of the Universe, by myself. And I got the message that I needed, okay? So just know, like, it's just stuff like that will come to you. And that's why they'll be like, oh, well, watch this person. And then you'll get the mess. And that's why I always say these things. Oh, I'm here to deliver your message. Like, because you're just getting messages. This is how messages are. It's not like people just come and like talking to you. Like, it just comes through other energies, I guess. I mean, I think that makes sense. All right, but here's the thing. It doesn't really matter because there's a King of Pentacles here. So you're planning, you're progressing, moving along, and this King of Pentacles sees your value. Now somebody's heartbroken because they're like, wow, nobody thought you were going to be seen this way, especially not by a King of Pentacles. Okay, because the King of Pentacles oftentimes isn't a bachelor of sorts, okay? So this person thinks you're the fucking greatest, all right? So wealth and stability. It says, you have achieved financial success through hard work and wise investments and are able to provide security and stability for yourself and others. I have financially secure and success flows to me easily and naturally, is what this King of Pentacles said they told you, okay? And that's what's going to start happening for you because they like you. They said you're sexy as hell. And we said you're not so bad yourself, King of Pentacles. That's what we told them. And then we gave him an open hand smack and said, "Don't talk to us like that. We're a divine feminine here. We have respect." No, we didn't do that. We love the King of Pentacles. Love them. All right. Because why? Because you're a Queen of Swords. At the end of the day, the reason why this King of Pentacles respects you is because of you being this Queen of Swords, okay? Because you were able to get boundaries here. You were able to show. You sealed up your energy. Nobody was going to come in here and make a jerk out of you, okay? You said, listen, brother, making a jerk out of me is only going to make a jerk out of you, okay? It's like you're not hurting us. You can't embarrass us. You don't make us nervous. We don't care. We're not scared, okay? This is all about wisdom, clarity. You possess a sharp mind and a clear understanding of the world, and are able to make objective decisions based on reason and logic. This is what makes you so effective. This Queen of Swords is very, very, very important energy that we have, okay? I communicate with clarity and wisdom. Yes, you do. And you don't and you can see through the bullshit, okay? And you're able to protect the rest of you're the protector of the Empress. So it's very important. Just like our man in arms, this Queen of Swords here. Can't get to us, that's for sure. Alright, and now, Nine of Swords, they're all anxious and depressed now. Okay, they're heartbroken because this King of Pentacles, Queen of Swords are planning on pressing. They're laying the groundwork for what they're building here. Obviously, because this King of Pentacles wants to work with you. They love how they just feel like you are the perfect, their muse, they said, perfect for them. Especially as this Queen of Swords and, having this Ace of Wands. So you have this Ace of Wands, Two of Wands energy where, you're an inspiration, you have an urge to create, and now the groundwork's being laid from that. So it's showing that you're building, and now these people, they're heartbroken and Three of Swords, Nine of Swords, anxious and depressed because they thought that they were going to block this from happening. And now that they're saying it's not happening, they're questioning everything they ever knew as to, the world, and they're wondering how they can't stop you now. And now they lost all their confidence. And that's why they're appearing like the way they are, like a friggin' whack job. And you're just doing whatever you're doing. Nobody can say anything to you. People don't even want there. People are terrified. They don't want to come near you. Trust me when I tell you. They are terrified of you. As they should be. As they should be. It's the truth. That's all we got to say about that. That scrambles their frequency things. So they like to try to hit you with the 440 HCs. They try to hit you with. They like to make you chaotic. That's how they make you anxious. That's how they get you. That's why you gotta stay in that 432. Yes, you do. So what else do we need to know here? Is there anything that really matters? Do we even care anymore? Do we even want to do this anymore? Are we over this? Oh, my candle went out. Whatever, though. It's no big deal. We'll be fine. I don't know if it was lit or not. I just noticed it is. But here's the thing. We're going to get going. Because the cat says, come on. He said, come on. I said, all right. All right, so let's elaborate further. So we have a King of Pentacles. You're the Queen of Swords. You are clearly in control. You have boundaries. Ain't nobody getting to you. Okay? Ain't nobody getting your energy anymore. And this is what's attracting this King of Pentacles here for you. Because you have an urge to create, and now you're laying the groundwork. And these people, they're heartbroken and anxious and depressed. So that's pretty much where we're at right now. So let's see. Let's see what else we need to know. Why don't we? Please and thank you, God. Alright, so here's the thing. There's a Four of Cups in reverse here now. So that's telling me that you're not rejected. Okay, you never were rejected. Okay, these people wanted you to be rejected, but you just are too awesome. So it just wasn't possible. But now people are suddenly aware how awesome you are, and they're suddenly aware they want to choose happiness. So you bring happiness now. That they're accepting that this money didn't make them happy. Whatever they chose over you, this did not make them happy, and they're enthusiastic to tell you about it. They're saying you healed them, they said. You healed them. We say, okay, well, there's going to be a bill in the mail, okay? We want our money, so just don't make us send collections. You know, we healed you, so what are you going to do about it? You're going to just take it and go? That's what, but they don't know. But don't worry, they're suddenly aware they want to choose happiness. Now they're suddenly aware because Six of Swords, you're leaving everything behind. You're not sitting here waiting for nobody. You're not sitting here saying, oh, well, blah, blah, blah. You're just like, listen, whatever comes, whatever's supposed to happen, whatever happens, happens. And that's where it's going to go. You know, it's like, it feels like I have a kink, but I don't. But it's like, I do. But I'm very much releasing whatever negative energy I have. So, but Six of Swords, that's all because you're leaving it behind. You're not going to sit around here and roll around in love with these people. Now they want to chase after you because they always need your energy in the first place. So having you chase them makes it easy for them. Okay, so then they would have your energy. They always need your energy in the first place. So they kept you trying to keep you overindulgent. They would try to project that onto you. They would want you to be, you know, anxious. They want you to be depressed. They always try to give you problems with money just so you would always have to need them for something. So then they can make a jerk out of you. But then you got to the point where you're like, I don't need you motherfuckers, okay? You're making this happen. You're acting like you're helping us, but in reality, you're hurting us, okay? And that's done intentionally. This is to continue these generational curses, but you now are breaking it, and that Six of Swords is because you left it behind, because you said, I'm not going to stick around to find out. Just because you are our family or this or that, we don't give a fuck. If you're bringing us down, our energy down, we don't want to have nothing to do with you, because we already know you're a demon. So it doesn't care if you're our physical family. You're not our soul family. This is bullshit, whatever this is we're dealing with. Soul family, you know who the fuck it is. Physical bullshit, that's only for, you know, feeling, you know, I think. But whatever. So what are we going to do? You know, when you're with your soul family, that's the love making is so much better than if you're just with somebody who's just, you know, whatever. So it still feels good, but it's not going to feel nearly as good. When you're with a soulmate, it's like, top of the line. Yes, it is. All right, so what else do we need to know? Let's figure it out. All right, so now we know what you're dealing with now. A Queen of Wands in reverse. So you're dealing with the quintessential witch of the deck here. This person, they were the one that was projecting all their negativity onto you. You were being seen the way they really are, and then they were cloaking themselves in your energy, if that makes sense, okay? So this person's a very demanding, vengeful person, too. They're lacking confidence now, because what they was doing doesn't work no more, because now you're, like, getting better and better. The more they attack you, the better you get. And now people are, like, suddenly aware they want to choose you, okay, that you're their happiness. You're not rejected. Not as Queen of Wands in reverse is rejected. So it's like all those projections are being returned to them, and you're just taking your energy back. And that's all because that Queen of Swords was showed up your energy, and they were able to continually, you know, allow you to get better. So you didn't have somebody constantly knocking you down. You know what I mean? It's just big. It's like your life was a bunch of you building a sandcastle, and somebody comes knocking it down. You build it up, they knock it down. They build it up. Now you got to the point where you're like, listen, this something ain't working here. Okay, so I'm leaving this behind. And you said, you know, I'm gonna build one more castle. And you said, but I'm gonna build it of steel iron. It might take me longer, but I'm gonna build it of steel cast iron. And that's exactly what you did. And these people, they wanted to run over and knock it over. But they saw that that could not be knocked over. And all they did was take themselves out and show exactly who was who here. Because you're not going to knock down my castle this time. And when you run into it, I'm going to know exactly who ran into it. We got cameras everywhere, all right, because we're Seven of Pentacles. We're hardworking. We're very much had a long-term view. Responsible, hardworking. I mean, this is why you are getting to where you need to be. I mean, you didn't give up. You could have given up, but you didn't. You said, I'm not giving up. Not this time. You said, I never will, never have. Okay, you survived 100% of the days. And now they're only going to get better. Because you believe they're going to get better. And this Queen of Wands reverse, they got problems. Okay, because you have this Knight of Cups energy. You got romance. Okay, you're charming. You're very chivalrous. I mean, you are a hopeless romantic at times, but you are driven by your heart and inspired by beauty and creativity. I follow my heart and trust my intuition, you said still. Okay, that's why you never were allowing yourself to, nobody was going to take this from you. Like, nobody was going to just come and, like, tell you you were not this wasn't right, what you were thinking is wrong. You said, brother, I don't give a fuck what you think, you said, because you said, the fact of the matter is now I'm happy thinking the way I am. You're not going to come in here and make me think one way, and that wasn't making me happy. So if you don't like it, then get the fuck out of here. All right, we don't want you around here, we tell them. That's what you tell these people. You don't like it, go. And, you know, these people, they want you to, like, it's just, but they're not gonna, their ego, they gotta kill their ego before they ever approach you. Okay, they're gonna have to go through this tower of terror. I mean, that's gonna break their ego, because they, you know, this is like a bully that was constantly bullying you, and now finally they got punched in the nose, and now they're embarrassed. Okay, and now they have to realize that what they were doing is not right. Okay, and that they have to apologize, and they realize that what happened to them is they did this to themselves. You didn't do this. You didn't go looking for this. You didn't go looking for these people. They came looking for you. Okay? But now they're regretting what they found and what they created in you. And you say, what else? What do you want us to tell you? You know? Well, this was what was supposed to happen. This is how it was supposed to be. This is the only way you would have known how strong you were, is if by this. Because why else, how else would you ever know how strong you are if everything was just all easy? So what else do we need to know? Anything of any type of, you know, substance here? All right, other than the fact that you have this Two of Swords in reverse here, that this Queen of Wands in reverse, they can't avoid what they did here. They can't avoid the fact that they're a witch. They can't avoid the fact that they're evil. They can't avoid the fact that they're a hater. They can't avoid just every last thing about this Queen of Wands. They cannot, in reverse, cannot avoid it, because there's information overload. I mean, there's a lot of anxiety here. Truth being revealed. Too much information. Too much info here. People are just, they're like, what? They're like, people don't even understand that this stuff's real, and now they're really going to understand it. And you are just going to, Four of Swords, keep resting and relaxing, calling back your energy, being this Queen of Swords, sealing your energy off, having boundaries. Nobody's going to come to you and say no bullshit. You're just going to tell them, listen, brother, I'm not in the mood for this. Please. Go over there. We don't want to hear this anymore. You know, this is where they've gotten it to this point. You know, like that you are so fucking intuitive that you see through bullshit so quickly that you're just, you stop it before it even happens. You're just like, I'm not saying just like right off the bat, but you know who's trying to play games with you. And you don't entertain it no more. And this is why they're terrified, because they can't even get to you through anybody, by any you know, means that they used to be able to. They would probably have to expose themselves to even get close to you now. All right, because look, they don't have no strength. Okay, they're completely weakened by whatever this was, this Queen of Wands reverse, because they're being seen for what they are. Okay, you're being seen for who you are, and that is, you know, because people are suddenly aware now that you're awesome. But it's like, wait a second, we've always been pretty awesome, but you have to remember, you were being projected on by this Queen of Wands reverse, so you were being seen in a way that this person was being seen, should be seen as, okay? But now, you getting that Queen of Swords is allowing you're shining now. Now you're glowing, and this person's turning gray. And they're now 10 of Wands carrying the burden. They're going to be carrying the burden, not you. They want you to carry the burden. But you just knew, you said, all right, it might have been tough for a little bit. This person might have seemed like they got away with it. But you always knew it was going to happen. You have to believe. You believe, right? You believe God will do the right thing for us. You believe, because if you don't, then go do something about it then. We choose to let God handle this. And it will, because it does. It always does. Look at the history. Nobody gets away with nothing. Tell me who gets away with what here. I don't see nobody. They're not getting away with it. It could be the law. They could go the whole life. That's the worst. Get away with your whole fucking life. Get them right at the end. I don't know. They like to do that. You would think they would just stop them right in their tracks, but it seems like they like to let people think they get away with stuff. People, they enjoy this. That's what they tell me. So what else is it that we need to know? Okay, is other than this Wheel of Fortune reverse, that these people can't avoid. They have no strength. Okay, they're completely weak, and they can't avoid the fact that the bad karma is here, because what they do is it has to even out. You don't have to play. See, now if you flip back now and you start acting like these people, then that cancels out whatever this is, and that's why this continues to go. So if you allow whatever this is, these people to continue to attack you, and you don't respond back, and you say, listen, I'm going to turn the other cheek, then that energy that they did to attack you will have to be returned to them, okay? Because you endured it, and if you went back and started doing stuff, and what would you get out of it? Because then they would just go and say, oh, look, they're attacking. It would just be that throwing rocks, hiding hands. How many times does that happen where they fucking antagonize you, okay, and then you fucking respond, and then the next thing you know is that everybody's pointing a finger at you that you're the aggressor here. So you're like, well, what the fuck? Like, you just, threw a rock at me, and then I say, and then you go, that's preposterous. It's minding my business here. You're crazy. And this is the type of, well, you came here with a weapon. You said you were gonna shoot up the place. Like, stuff like that you never even said. Like, it just, but this is the type of stuff these people like to do, and then you have to defend yourself, and before you know it, they're gone, and you're over here talking to fuck, I don't even have a gun, and it's just like, then you're going to sound crazy anyway, you know what I mean? Because then they're going to say, oh, well, what are you doing here? Why are you bothering these people? They said they can't get rid of you, you just won't leave them alone. And you're just like, no, they're doing spell work, I'm telling you about it. So it's like, you're never going to win. Do you understand? But by staying away from them, they can't do anything. All right? So that's why you have to be, it's so important that no response is the best response. Remember that, okay? Because the King of Swords sees everything, and the King of Swords has seen enough, okay? And the King of Swords seen how you turn the other cheek, and he said, brother, I love that about you. He says, I'm going to go handle this for you now. So don't worry about it. You don't even have to see it. You don't care. It is what it is. Just know that this is going to happen for them. And whatever you ever wanted, whatever they thought they took, will come to flow to you. I'm telling you. You'll see. And you're going to say, that gangsta magician, my God, how did he know? You're going to say, I can't believe it. You're like, I kind of believed him, but I wanted to be a skeptic of him. And you're going to say, and you're going to say, man, I'm glad I believed in that guy. I really am. Glad I believed, okay? And that's what's going to happen, because you're going to say, Seven of Cups, I'm glad I believed them, because so much confusion, illusions, confusion of this, I don't want to deal with that. You said, now I know exactly what's going on, okay? Because I could see it. I could see, you said. My eyes are open here. My eyes are wide open to what this is. And, in people's others' eyes that were, saying that you were one thing, and this Queen of Wands in reverse was another thing. This is just a fucking weak feminine energy that was, manufactured to fucking keep, the Emperor in reverse in control, and keep the divine masculine fucking indulgent, because it's like a slut, a whore. This is somebody that would do stuff that, like, you would never even think to do, so you would never, and this, like, whatever fools, whatever sick demonic desires, I don't know what the fuck this person does, but just know they're not, this is this person who was willing to do anything for money. All right, but you have your King of Pentacles here, and maybe this King of Pentacles has dealt with these. I'm sure this King of Pentacles has dealt with plenty of these Queen of Wands, reverse type of characters. Remember, this person got money, okay? These people throw themselves, that's all about money for them, so eventually this person started to see through this, and then they seen you, and then realized that somebody like you actually exists, and that's why they're so attracted to you, and that this Queen of Wands reverse, this Seven of Cups bullshit, they're like, you know what I mean? This was whatever fun for a little bit, but this is not fun no more. They want something real. They want that soulmate. They want that soulmate sex, they said. Now they want that real spiritual sex. That's what they want. We say, whatever, brother, listen. If we see you, we see you. You don't think you're just going to be coming here getting whatever you want. That's what we tell these people. Anybody who betrayed you that wants to, like, that's just not going to walk back in. You're going to have to prove it. You want to fuck around, you're going to have to prove it, that you're changed. So what else do we need to know? All right, is that Eight of Wands, that things are rapidly moving here, like moving very quickly. I mean, it really is. I mean, think about it. It's heading into that summertime. Everybody's starting to be just relaxed. There's none of that, there's less anxiousness here. Everybody feels like, you know what's coming. You know it's coming. And, you just got to keep believing. All right, you got to keep 8 of Pentacles, mastering your craft. What else can you do? What else are you going to focus on? What you don't have? Or are you going to focus on what you do have and what you can make better out of it? Look where you're at, where you were a year ago. Look at where you're at now. Okay. Then now think about where you are now, and think about where you'll be a year from now, if you keep working the same way you did for the last year. It'll be pretty good, won't you think? Yeah, I believe so. I mean, you're already rapidly moving here with this 8 of Wands. Now you have this 8 of Pentacles. So, I feel like I'm dragging this one. What else do we need to know? Who we even deal with besides this Queen of Wands in reverse? I mean, is there anybody else in this? Okay, so here's the thing. 10 of Swords in reverse. You recovering from this painful ending. You were not supposed to. This Queen of Wands in reverse was basically thinking they were going to replace you completely. Annihilate you off this planet, okay, spiritually, and then fucking completely replace you. Alright? In a demonic way. I don't know where they thought they were going with this. I don't know where they thought this was going to go, how they thought they were going to get away with this, but bless their heart, they tried. They really put everything into this, but all they did was basically work for you. All this is was put this energy into you, and now look at you. It's all coming back to you. Alright? You're getting what's meant for you, this 10 of Pentacles. This is what they wanted. This is what they wanted. They didn't care what they had to do to get this. They knew this. They were able to figure out that this energy was in your energy. This abundance, this 10 of Pentacles, whatever this was. They didn't know what, how, but they knew that they was in there. They said they want to come in your energy. They were going to just rough it up. You didn't have a Queen of, you weren't a Queen of Swords. They were just going to come do whatever they had to do, destroy you emotionally, and then, you know, hopefully you just take yourself out. With drugs, suicide, whatever. They just thought that was going to be, you weren't going to be able to handle this, okay? But you did, and you recovered from this painful ending. And this is why this Queen of Wands in reverse now is, you know, being seen for what they are. They want to put on a front, a facade. So is there anything else we need to know, or what's going to be the end? Because I got to get to a new deck here. Alright, so you have this Page of Pentacles energy here that you're manifesting. This is what we're doing. We're just manifesting by tarot. That's what I need you to understand. This is what this is. We are manifesting by tarot. It's what this is. We're doing it through. You have to imagine. You have to just put yourself in a position and look at this as a game that you know how to play, that you're winning, okay? And this is basically you're controlling what is happening. It's like you're manipulating the energy through doing this. I know that sounds bizarre, but that's the way you gotta look at it, and this is how you'll end up beating these people. All right, because you're a hangman, you're forcing them to see things from a different perspective. You're showing people just how sharp you are. So then it's like, well, if this doesn't add up, nothing adds up here, and this is why you recover from this painful ending. Now it's like really adding to credibility here for you. You're really showing people stuff here. And you're really showing that this Empress in reverse, this is who it was. They wanted to bring in to replace you. Okay, this was your destiny swapper. This was the one that they figured they could control. Okay, they could make it, tell the story to where it makes you look terrible. It makes them look fucking great. But you just never went down, and you recovered from this painful ending is what exposed this Empress in reverse now. Okay, now the wheel's turning in your favor, and this Wheel of Fortune in reverse is their bad karma, okay? And they're being seen for their 7 of Swords with this betrayals. It's very clear. People are suddenly where they want to choose you now because they see what this person really is. They see what you really are. This person did everything possible to make you look, you know, fantastic, while at the same time destroying whatever this 2 of Cups in reverse they had, that they try to steal from you, because now by having this 2 of Cups in reverse for your counterpart shows that you are without a shadow of a doubt the divine feminine here, that you are the real one. I mean, this is really all this came down to, is trying to make people think that you were not the real one and that this fake person was, and that somehow or another they were going to replace you. But you not caring anymore, and then just saying, I don't give a fuck, because you know what's going to happen anyway at the end. It's always going to work out for you. And these people then went into disarray, okay? And now 8 of Swords, they're completely stuck. They're in spiritual jail. They're probably going to regular jail. I mean, they did a lot of negative things here. You wouldn't respond. This is what caused this. So what's going to be the end in this situation is you being the star of this show, because that's who you are. That is who you always were. You are the gang star of the show. I mean, we always notice this is what they try to take, this energy. They want it to be you. They wanted to be a divine whatever. They tried to act like they were a divine feminine. They were not the star of the show. All they did by doing this was show that you are the star of the show. They did the work for you. Thank you. Assistant, send out a platinum-style fruit basket to this Empress in reverse. Yeah, they thought they were going to be us. That's preposterous. Of course it was. Yes. So yes, you're going to have a platinum fruit basket headed your way, Empress in reverse. And we're just going to keep sitting here, Eight of Pentacles, mastering our craft, sharpening our skill, and doing what we have to do because we don't give a fuck. All right? That's why. All right? We just want to be the best at what we do. This ain't about money. You're going to show people that money ain't everything here, okay? Did I align my chakras? I don't remember, but let's do that if I didn't, because I think I didn't. But there we go. We're aligning these chakras here, and this is why the star. You can't be. That's just like somebody coming in. How can I explain it in a way where, like, replacing like Elvis or something? Like, it's basically like they're in his prime, and then you just think, so, oh well, we got somebody else here that's going to be the star, and it's just like, no, it's never going to be. It never is going to, just like with you, it's like never going to be the same with your counterpart. You'll they'll never feel that same feeling. They're feeling it now. All right, so they're sitting there right now feeling it, and they're just like, they want to hold you. They want to have that spiritual sex with you. I mean, I don't mean to get graphic, but this is what they're telling me. I know these things are coming all done, but I mean, yeah, we want to feel good too, but we're not going to jeopardize ourselves. We're not going to put our, self-respect to feel that way. Yeah, we want to feel the spirit. We want to do that too, but it's just you got to make sure this person has to make sure they're right. They come correct. You'll know though. That's all it comes down to. And plus, they're not going to get, if they're wrong. If they're doing something wrong, they will not approach you. I think they're well aware of how perceptive and intuitive you are as this Queen of Swords. Because remember, we've seen it at the beginning as the King of Pentacles and this Queen of Swords. So let's elaborate now. Let's get a confirmation, clarification. It feels like it's going long here. Not really. I mean, I see what's happening, of course. It's the same bullshit that's been happening. But let's see what else. See what else we can get out of it. Alright, so here's a confirmation is that you have this Page of Pentacles here. So this is ambitions, being diligent, goal-oriented, planning. It's just manifesting. I always look at Page of Pentacles as the manifesting card. Okay, this is where you're like, you're putting it in, like, you know what I mean? You're putting the seeds, laying the groundwork, okay, is what we were seeing earlier. Throw it out with the Two of Wands, okay? And you did that because you were very strong. I mean, you had a lot of strength in this situation. You could have given up at any time, but you didn't. You recovered from a painful ending, and now you're the star of the show. That's awesome. That is a good story. You have the story here. People would kill for that story. Okay? They just had to recover from a painful ending and they could get that story. Yes, but you did. Because you had the strength of 10 men, the strength of 10 women. You're a romantic, charming, chivalrous star. Now, who's not rejected. And this is quickly approaching. And you have manifestation power here with this Page of Pentacles twice. Okay? And now, this Queen of Wands in reverse, this Empress in reverse, they have this Five of Pentacles in reverse. Alright, this is where they were headed. This is what they were pushing on you. Never happened. Maybe you were there for a bit, but this was never going to be your, this is what their energy is. It's a Five of Pentacles. They were projecting this onto you, trying to get your Ten of Pentacles. And this didn't happen. Because you didn't allow it to happen, because you would not, you recover from this painful ending. If you didn't recover from this painful ending, then yes, they wouldn't be here. Okay, you're showing you're the real Queen of Wands here. Okay, they tried to say that you were just Queen of Wands in reverse, but you said, no. We're just confident. We're just whatever, you know what I mean? Like, we're just the way we are. You're not going to come in here and try to make us like we're some type of whore. No, because they know that you look better than them. So you looking better than them, that's how they try to counteract it, that you're like an egomaniac, like just all types of stuff, just so that makes it like, your counterpart believe that somebody like you wouldn't exist. Like, they were saying you're not realistic, that you're hiding something. That's what they say. how could you be, because you presented yourself as too perfect, I believe it was, they said. But it was just who you were. I mean, this is what this person manifested, though. I believe that your counterpart manifested you to become like this. Okay, and that's what Death says. He said, yep. He said, that's what I think they did too. He said, that's why I'm going to go take care of this. He said, that's why you're in control of this manifestation now. It's like you're Frankenstein. They created the Frankenstein. Whatever they fucking thought that they were getting out of this, they're not. Okay, and whatever the Emperor's Universe thought they were getting out of it, this is all they're getting. The Undertaker's here to see them, okay? Because look, this cycle's complete. New world is here. Whatever this fucking deceitfulness, this was all designed just to make you smarter. This was to make you a better defender, a better protector, okay, of your energy and other energies, okay? This was all designed, and you survived it. You always were going to survive it. That's why you don't have to be mad, because everybody always knew you were going to survive it. You didn't need nobody to come save you. That was where it got to. It got to the point where it was like, right when people thought they had to come save you, you still came out of it. So then it was just, you kept going and going and going. That's the way I look at it. I think your counterpart wanted you to be like in distress so they could come save you. And I think they felt how they were going to get the control of the situation, because they felt like they were out of control towards you because you triggered something inside of them. It was just the twin flame stuff, but to become the best version. But they just realized that they loved you so much, and they figured they had to try some old way of doing things to maybe regain control of how their feelings were, because maybe they never felt that way. So by that happening, they in turn just went with this cockamamie plan that you never responded the way they thought you were. Okay, and it just kept going and going and going, and now it's to this point where, nobody wants it to be this far, but look how much better if this didn't happen, you wouldn't have this knowledge. I don't think they would have had all this knowledge. They wouldn't have seen how amazing you are. They wouldn't have had this Emperor's Universe exposed. This Emperor's Universe now exposes all these people around your counterpart, because then it shows that all those people that were projecting onto you all had a motive, okay? And then all the people around you are being seen, so that clears all this negative energy, and that's how you get rid of it. And that's what karmic energy is, and that's why you're creating this new world. Without this karmic energy, you're on a different frequency. You're on a higher vibrational timeline than these people. They cannot come. Okay, because they're a fool in reverse. They can't come. They're not pure and innocent. They're willing to do anything for money. We don't want people like that around. Okay, judgment's been called. They didn't want to, follow the calling. They wanted to do what the devil said. They didn't want to listen. Okay, they could have changed it a lot of times. They had an opportunity. They were unwilling to. Now they have to pay for this. They have to go to this Five of Pentacles. Death's here. He's enforcing that too. It's like, all right, death or the Five of Pentacles. I'll see if they can do it. If they do, they really want to, how bad do they want to live? Okay, because here's the thing. You're this Queen of Pentacles. You are the Star Queen of Pentacles. You're the ideal spouse, the one everyone comes to see, the one everyone wants to be. It's not even a question. Okay? And not to mention the fact that you recover from this painful ending. This is what really makes you, credible. People can't sit there and say, oh, well, I don't believe it. I saw it. I saw what they went through. I saw it. They came back. How did they do it? How did they have death working for them? How is death on their team? That's what they don't understand too. It's like you came back with the white horse. You know what I mean? And you're and death, and you're just holding the fucking horse, your death's on the fucking thing, and you're holding the horse thing, leading in town. Anybody got a problem now? And Death's looking at everybody, and everybody turns their head now. Now nobody's got a problem. Now everybody's saying that they knew this was gonna happen. Now they're saying that they knew this, that they were all in on it to help you. This was all designed to help you, they said. It's almost funny though. It's bless their heart. We love it though. It really makes us laugh, because Page of Swords in reverse, because we know how deceptive and manipulative this situation is, what they're trying to do. But it's almost comical that you might just let them off the hook just by doing it. Yeah, well, you did, actually, because really they did help you. So now you can make them all your fucking stooges. So they have to admit this. And I said, well, you try to help us. So now what are you going to do? How are you going to make this up to us? That's what we want to know. How are you going to make it up to us? That's all we want to know, because look, we're still Eight of Pentacles, mastering our craft, sharpening our skill. We ain't worried about nothing. We know it's all coming. The Star Queen of Pentacles. Star Queen of Pentacles. It's all, don't need nobody. Do this all by themselves. Clearly shows it. Is there anything else we need to know? I feel like, I don't know. I guess this is alright. Alright, so here you got confirmation. So this Queen of Wands in reverse. So there you go. So you know you're dealing with the witches. You got the witches here. Look, the witches of Eastwick. I must be here, I guess. Alright, because look, this is a coven of little bitches, okay, who want to be like you, but they can never, because they didn't have it in them. Okay, they didn't know how to have the sun energy, have be positive. Didn't revolve around them. They knew that you were the star, because you're right here as a star. They knew you were a Queen of Pentacles, and they figured they had to project whatever their nastiness onto you and somehow get your energy. And they did, and they were able to do this temporarily. All designed to show that you're the real one. Because the counterpart keeps telling me, if I didn't do all this, then how would anybody know? How would you know how strong you are? Like, they're like, now I would have the baby you the whole day. This is like, this is what they told me. I don't know. They said they would have the baby you, protect you. You wouldn't have understood. They said they knew more about it than you did, and you had to go figure this out or something. It's like they pushed you in the pool. You didn't know how to swim, and they said, come on, go learn, motherfucker. Like, that's basically what happened here. And somehow or another, you came out of a professional swimmer. You're the best. Okay, and that's why you're planning and progressing with this Two of Wands. Things are happening. You're laying the groundwork. So this is what this reading's telling me. It's all about you laying the groundwork here. You have to recover from this painful ending. You know, people are suddenly aware they want to choose happiness. You're not rejected. You're the star of the show. You're manifesting. People are watching you manifest. Manifesting by tarot. And confirmation, Eight of Wands. This is clearly happening. It's quickly happening, rapidly. It's rapidly the end for this Queen of Wands reverse and this Fool in reverse energy, because they're not pure and innocent. This is somebody willing to do anything for money. This is not a good person. And they're willing to, bring, what's the word? Groom children for pedophiles. Like, this is bad people. Like, I don't know how they're going to redeem themselves. I really don't. Okay, because look, confirmation again, Seven of Cups, because all these illusions, confusion, these options, all this designed to keep your counterpart and overindulgent, keeping them on whatever drugs or fucking sex, whatever. It's just, this was all designed to keep them like demonic. But you have to understand, there's still a divine being, and if you're able to overcome this, then they will be able to overcome this. Okay, they just, I don't know. I see what's happening, but I just feel like they're already going through this. They're done. All right, because the sun's here. You have to stay positive. I mean, you're half of you. It's a shared energy. So if you're doing good, then they're going to have to end up doing it. It's going to end up healing them. So you're just going to have to, you're healing this. This person's healing now. All right, so what else do we need to know? Because I'm not crazy about this energy. I'm not, it's like a chaotic one. It's almost like where you're it's like a fight here, but you know you're gonna win it. But these people, they're really like, it's like playing checkers with a person, and like they're just going backwards, and then you're going forwards, and then they go back, and so this is getting to the point where we're gonna flip the board, and we're just gonna say, all right, enough's enough, and we don't care what you say now. Okay, so that's where they're gonna push it. So we're getting to that point. Okay, but the Hierophant's saying, don't worry about it, because you're socially approved, you're good to go. If you flip the board, no big deal, we understand. So you flipping the board here is fine, is what they're saying to me. You can flip the board if you want. So what's going to be the end? Okay, is that here, Three of Pentacles, is that people want to work with you, they want to collaborate with you, they see you as this Queen of Pentacles, this Master Manifestor, this Page of Pentacles, Star Energy. And that's why they want to choose you. They saw you recover from this painful ending that people wanted people to see you not recover. They put all these eyes on you to not recover, and you did. So now people, Six of Cups, are nostalgic towards you because they're thinking back to you and they're saying, whoa, wow, look at this. Because it's like, now you're going to be seen as like, I don't know, I guess, yeah, nostalgic. All right, now being seen very clearly, Ace of Swords is nostalgic towards you. People are very much intrigued by your strength, how strong you are. You showed that you're superhuman. You really did. I mean, nobody else, I've never seen anybody else recover from this. So what else do we need to know? And we got to end this because I'm over this, okay? Is that these people, 10 of Pentacles in reverse, they're losing everything. They're not getting what they thought. That confirms this 5 of Pentacles. Okay, and now this Devil is being seen. They're being seen for exactly who they are, what they did, and it's all had to be done this way, okay? It all had to come out this way. You couldn't done it. It's why you can't hold a grudge on anybody. It's like this has had to happen this way. It's why you're going to have to forgive your counterpart. You're going to have to. I mean, it's just no matter what they did. I mean, if they did something violent to you, then they're not your counterpart. But if they never did anything violent to you and they were just whatever, manipulative, you have to, like, I don't know. I'm not saying you have to. I just suggesting this is never going to end unless you do this. Okay, that's why it's like designed for me to get you to think a certain kind of way, because then your consciousness thinks. So if you're like, all right, because then if we just continually want to remember what they did and then be mad and then look, it's never going to work, and we're just going to, I'll be doing this forever, you'll be watching forever, and that's why we have to get to this point of just manifesting this together and just staying in a point of mind where we're able to do this. I mean, I'm going to eventually explain it perfectly, but I feel like I'm getting through to it to where people can understand it, to where without thinking I'm insane. I mean, it does sound insane, but it might just work. So that's why I'm trying my best here to create these situations that a lot of us are in, and not exactly to the point, but is eventually going to get us through it, because it's shared. We're all a collective energy, collective. Okay, that's why they say these words. We got to remember these words: divine, collective. There's only 144,000 of us. It's not a lot. Okay, but there is a lot of good people. This doesn't mean that they have to be that level. All right, but that's why we have to get through this. You have to wake up, and it's a process. No, it's no rush. We're gonna get there, but we have to get rid of all this confusion. So let's see what the angels have to say now. All right, so this one says 1011. All right, so there is that code, that 0010110. That's like the whatever light code. Apparently, just remember that. Take action. This is your call to move forward. The sooner you take the first step, the sooner you'll achieve your goals. So, I mean, you're not sitting back. You're making things happen. Embrace patience, because that is what it comes down to. There's no rush. It's going to happen. Seize this moment to begin anew, aligning your actions with your true purpose, and create the life you envision. I mean, it's really all this comes down to. And that's why 1111's here. There you go, twin flame. It's just 1011, now 1111. So, wish come true. That's what this is. I mean, I guess you have to go through all this. A lucky break is on the way. I hear today's very lucky, especially for Cancer. Considering Cancer is in Venus, or Venus is in Cancer, and so is Jupiter, the two luckiest planets. Should be good, right? All right, so that means a wish come true. So we wish to have our counterpart come here with us, okay? Why don't we? Why don't we put a wish out there? We're going to put it out there. All of us. We wish to be with our divine counterpart. And if you don't, then wish for something else. But that's what we're going to put our wish. We're going to put that out there. So mote it be, so shall it be. So bring them to us. All right, because you'll find yourself in the right place at the perfect time. This will just pop out somehow. It's a gift from fate. Embrace this blessing and be open to the wonderful changes it'll bring into your life. 1111. Make a wish. How many times you hear that? So, what else you need to know? All right, is that you got 44. So, from 1111 to 44. So, obstacles, blessing in disguise. So, this whole thing was a blessing in disguise. All these being attacked was all a blessing in disguise for you, because it made you so strong now. Now you're awesome. Look at you. You're the best. Okay, challenges may lie ahead, but you have the strength to overcome them. Of course you do, okay? You survived 100% of the days, okay? If you felt lost, know that the winds of change are now blowing in your favor. Yes, they are. You can tell they are. Look at it. Though some things may fall apart, everything has to fall apart to, be rebuilt sometimes. You're building the foundation for something better. 10 of Cups, never be knocked down. That's why your foundation. You're not building this flimsy bullshit like these people. Stay strong and keep moving forward. Okay, and that's, look, 33 now. So that's a lot of the same social skills, it says. Okay, the challenges you're facing today will eventually fade away. Your guardian angels are encouraging you to stay positive, as your luck may soon take a turn for the better. Now it's time to harness your magnetic energy and inspiring personality. Just be mindful not to let your ego take control. All right, make sure that you gotta stay humble, because you're being gifted this. You're gifted this. This is a gift, okay? And if you're not to, abuse it, and you will, you just gotta stay humble with it. It's easy to get, being eager. Oh, who the fuck you told? But you have to understand. You'll know, though. You have too much control over yourself. So what's gonna be the crystal of the day? Why don't we make it, tiger's eye. Why don't we do tiger's eye? Let's make it tiger's eye. I have a feeling tiger's eye is gonna come out. I do. Okay, but I was wrong. Selenite. So we love selenite. Always love our selenite. Yes, we do. Very cleansing. Alright, so it's about clarity, purity. That's what you are. Selenite is a powerful crystal of cleansing and light. It clears energetic blockages, purifies all chakras, and uplifts the vibrations of spaces, people, and even other crystals. That's why it's one of our crystals of choice. Okay, stone of clarity and invites peace and energetic renewal. Crown, third eye, Taurus and Cancer. Okay, I am clear, renewed, and surrounded by light. Clear, renewed, and surrounded by light. I am clear, renewed, and surrounded by light. Yes, you are. That's why you're the best. And that's why I love you, and I'm thankful for you, and I'm very grateful, and I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.